Want to do your Poloniex taxes fast? Simply import your transactions securely into Koinly and let Koinly calculate your staking, your capital gains and losses, and more, accurately and easily. And before we jump in, the information in this video is for educational purposes only and is not tax, financial, or legal advice. Also, the examples I mentioned might not exactly match your situation. So as always, speak to a qualified professional if you're looking for tax advice. Hello, my name is Nelly, and in this updated video, I'm going to show you how to do your Poloniex taxes. Poloniex has a wealth of features from NFTs, derivatives, earned programs, spot trading markets, and lots more. But if you're making sweet gains with Poloniex, you gotta pay taxes. So Koinly is your crypto tax calculator that can help you do your Poloniex taxes fast. Now, in order for Koinly to calculate your tax liability, you simply need to import all your transactions into Koinly, which is super easy. First step, as always, is to log into your Koinly account. If you don't have an account with us, don't panic. You can create one completely free and follow along until the very end. Once you've created an account, log in and head to the wallets area. From here, we're gonna click on add wallet, and then we're gonna find Poloniex, and there it is. We have two different options. I'll explain each, starting with the setup autosync. So with the API, there are some limitations. Only trades after July 30th, 2021 will be provided by this API. If you have older trades, you will need to get CSV files instead, so definitely keep that in mind. Okay, so we're looking for the API key and API secret. Let's log into Poloniex and go to our profile icon in the top right corner. From there, we want to select API keys from the navigation menu, and then we want to select Create API. Make sure that unrestricted under IP access restrictions is selected. You will need to complete a security verification if you haven't done so already, but then you will be given your API key and your API secret. So just copy those respectively into Koinly and click Secure Import. Okay, so that's one route you can take. Another one is through CSV files. So if you click on Import from File, you'll be given a set of instructions. I'm only gonna go through the most essential ones. If you do need the other ones, I will show it on screen and you can do it on your own. Most users will only be interested in the withdrawals, deposits, and spot trade history CSVs, but there are two more for future P&L history and one for borrowing. And there's also one for repayments, but these are files that only a very small percentage of you will need, so you can just simply follow these instructions. It's really straightforward. Okay, so the first one they're talking about is the withdrawals CSV. So let's log into our Poloniex and head to the activity tab from the top right corner. Under the wallet tab, we want to select withdrawals, and then we want to select export. Make sure that you select a date range that covers your entire history. Right now it says that only 1 year is the maximum time frame you can select, so you will need to export multiple CSV files unless that's obviously changed and they've increased the maximum limit, but you will need one CSV file for each year that you've been using this platform. So that's how you get the withdrawals CSV file. Once you've downloaded that, import into Koinly, you can go into now the deposits file. So similar procedure, we go into our activity from the top right corner, and then under the wallets tab, we want to select deposit, and once again, select export. And once again, make sure that you have multiple files if you need multiple years of transaction history. Okay, the last one that I'm going to talk about is the spot orders trade CSV file. So we're going to go again into the activity, and we're going to get to the spot orders in the top left corner. From here, make sure trade history is selected, export, and once again, just like I said before, make sure to get as many CSV files as you need to cover your entire history. For those of you that need to get future files, I will leave these steps right here, but it's a very similar process. You would head over to your Futures tab, select P&L history, export that file. For borrowing, it would be spot orders, and then you would select borrowing, and once again, you would select the appropriate time range. And then the last one is repayments. You would go to spot order, repayments, and select your time range. So you have those other files that some of you might potentially need. I think a lot of you will not though. It just depends what you're using the platform for. So once you have all these files, drag and drop them into Koinly and click import, and there you have it. So quite a few files, but not a really difficult procedure, I think. Once the information starts loading in, you could head over to your transactions tab and just double check underneath the hood, make sure everything is sitting correctly with you. If you do have any types of staking, make sure it's tagged correctly, send to pool, send from pool. We made countless content on that. Okay, if you've traded on other exchanges and wallets, which you probably have, you're gonna wanna repeat this simple process and connect them all. And luckily, Koinly integrates with over 800 platforms. And if you ever need a hand, we upload new integration videos weekly. So now with all your transactions imported into Koinly, we are able to view all your crypto transactions to accurately calculate your capital gains, losses, and income from crypto. This also includes DeFis, airdrops, staking, etc. If you have done any staking or liquidity providing, then you may need to tag those transactions manually. And like I mentioned earlier, I will leave a link to our staking and liquidity videos down below and in the top right corner of this video. Okay, now you can head over to the Koinly reports page and you can see how your year stacks up with a free summary showing your crypto totals for the year. The summary is awesome, but to officially file your taxes, you're gonna need a lot more detail. So now for the best part. Koinly produces a stack of cryptocurrency tax reports that cover your year's activity in great detail. This includes calculations and totals that line up with how the taxman wants it. We support over 1 million investors around the world with reports like the IRS Schedule D and Form 8949, plus a report for TurboTax, Tax Act, the UK, Australia, Canada, France, and a complete tax report for just about everyone else. Simply buy a plan from Koinly and download your report. You can file your taxes yourself, or if you work with an accountant, you can share it. Or you can even invite them to your account to Koinly. Lastly, check your country's rules and regulations because this report might be deductible. I will leave a bunch of resources down below if you need further assistance with our product. If you found this video helpful, consider dropping a like, subscribing for more crypto content. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below or on our forum section where our users and Koinly support team are ready to jump in.